Okay, the next enemy collectible is and I just forgot its name. It's this ball thing, Omni-Wrecker? Omni-Wrecker might be its name. Anyway, this is really easy to find. It's in streets, and I don't think it even appears in the game proper. It's just something that you can summon in the sandbox levels, like in Hover Junkers and in Blank Box. But regardless, is a collectible. So it is near the end of streets. There's a little alleyway that you can go into near the very end of the level. It has a Boneworks box at the end, and that is the collectible that we are looking for. Now, another way to get this collectible is to go through Museum, and at the end there's a little mini course thing where you drive a rollerball around a little tiny city. You hit the other side and it gives you a Boneworks box, and that Boneworks box also has this collectible. However, oh my goodness, usually this works. There we go. Now we opened it for us. But yeah, that is another way to get this collectible, through Museum. However, I have gone through Museum so many times for this series. And no offense to Museum, but I have gone through it so many times that I would rather go through streets for this video than through Museum. Several, 149 collectibles in total, and a lot of those are in Museum, including this one, in fact. So if you'd like to go that way, feel free to. No shame in it or anything, it's just I prefer this way. Also, I find it slightly easier to get the collectible here, because you don't have to go through a minigame, you don't have to climb up and throw daggers at it and then pull it off of the little shelf it's on, which are the two ways that, or which is the way that I do it. I don't think I've ever actually done the minigame, quote unquote, as intended in Boneworks, or in Museum in Boneworks. But either way, that is another way to get to the collectible. So I am showing you my route through streets. You do not have to follow me necessarily. But fun fact, you can get there slightly quicker if you have the golf club. You can just activate that little button. You might not even be able to see it, but there's a little pedestal with a button. It'll deactivate this one energy field barrier thing. You can walk around it, and at the end you'll see the little alleyway that we've been talking about, or that I've been talking about, and you can grab the collectible there. But I'm going to assume that you don't have anything, you just hopped in streets for the first time or millionth time, what have you. And this time I'm not going to grab the balloon gun, even though I do love it. In streets, it's not super useful here though, because it's at the end of the level anyway, so just going through it semi-normally is good enough. Sometimes I get that like just right when I'm coming through and I throw and I grab / throw the what do you call it, sledgehammer through the glass, and I time it well, but sometimes I don't. Yeah, I get hand up here where it's invisible, crouch, climb up here. Not all of this is climbable, by the way, just this little strip is, because you're actually climbing the outside of the inside of the gym on the other side. Just by the way, in case you hadn't, or in case you were curious at all. So then I do a little hop here. It's been a little while since I've done this, but it's not that bad. Then you grab onto any parts of here, you climb up onto here, and you skip the entire gym area and everything. Then sometimes you can grab this pipe with a really good jump, running jump, off of the stairs, but sometimes it's easier just to grab the light and then up here like I'm doing. So, now what you want to do is go to the end here and hop over the side. Here is the Boneworks box I've been talking about this whole time. For some reason my left hand rarely deals damage. And here is the Omni-Wrecker. Yay! So now all we need to do is get it into the reclamation bin that is right over there. Unfortunately, I do not have the skill to hop up there and hop the fence. So what I do is either you can get caught by the thing and then avoid falling in the pipe. What I mean by that is run out into the street, the cube thing will grab you, and then try not to fall in the pipe, and then you'll be able to just progress through the level as normal. Or you can climb up here, hop up here, grab this. It's a bit nerve-wracking, but it's not that bad of a jump or grab or climb. And then hop up here, and regardless, just fling yourself across. If you can get onto this upper balcony, that's great. If you can't, that's fine. It just takes a couple of extra seconds to run up here and get back up onto that balcony. Yeah, see, we're pretty much back at the balcony anyway. But yeah, if you can land up here, that's great. That saves a bit of your time, I suppose. Then just drop off here, because that is the reclamation bin right there. So once this guy hits the blue mesh of the reclamation bin, it has been collected and you are good.